Okay, so one of the jobs that we did talk about earlier on was fitting a better seat on the back. The wife was, we have been out on it, and this seat, whilst it's probably comfortable, it doesn't feel as comfortable on a long ride. We're certainly out for 2 or 3 hours, and the wife was complaining that seat was a little bit too hard for her, so we decided to go with an upgraded seat. This is one specifically for the Heritage Classic. All the pins at the side, they all kind of tie in nicely and marry up with the existing seat that's on there. So it's got these nice black studs all around the side, so that's slightly bigger seat. We'll take the other one off and then we'll do a comparison between the two seats, and then just see you can see what the difference is between the two. But you can already see that there's a bit more padding at the front here, which makes it a little bit more comfortable, a little bit thicker. So let's whip the other seat off and then we'll compare the two seats, and then we'll drop the new one on and you can see what it's like when it's on. Okay, so taking the back seat off is relatively straightforward. It's just a little single nut at the back here that just holds the seat in place, and then the seat just simply lifts off the two clips at the front there, and away it goes. So that's the old seat. We will need to also remove this strap. The new strap that comes is slightly larger, because you'll notice when we compare the two seats that the newer seat has slightly bigger front to it. So we'll just get these straps off here, and then we'll put a new strap on there as well. Okay, so that's the new seat that I'm going to fit, and this is the old seat that was taken off. Now you probably straight off won't notice a great deal of difference, but if we compare the two, you can see straight off that the back part of the seat here is a lot thicker than the original seat that's fitted in this section here at the back here. So that makes the back part of it quite soft, and also the front part of the seat there. You'll see between the two that there is a little bit more of a lift on the front part of that seat. That's the old seat and that's the new seat. So there is certainly a bit more padding on that seat. That should give it a little bit more comfort, and if the little lady is happy on the back, then we can stay out a little bit longer. So let's get that put into place, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's on the bike. Okay, so fitting the new seat on, I say it's pretty straightforward. There are two clips at the bottom there that fit into the locating studs, which are here. We just screw those back into place. Obviously this part of the seat, the strap, the handle strap, is a little bit bigger than the previous one, and just to take into consideration the slightly larger front part of the passenger seat. So we just make sure that they're down nice and tight, and as I say, the two pins will just locate straight into the front seat. Okay, so that's the new seat fitted on. I'm a little bit concerned really about this here. The previous strap was a lot closer to the seat, and I think that is just absolutely ridiculous. That is just way too much there. It's I just don't think that needs to be that much. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to re-drill some new holes, I think, and bring that a little bit tighter so that it sits better, because that just doesn't look right to me. Okay, so that's the new seat in place now. I have adjusted this strap. Took probably about 2 inches of slack out of the holding strap there, so it does sit a little bit neater against the front of the seat, as it matches up with the rider's seat. So yeah, I can't understand why that strap was just so huge. It was ridiculous, really. But there you go. So that's the new Sundowner pillion seat on. We say it's got a fair bit more cushioning to the back here, and a bit more to the front. So yeah, so you should feel a little bit more relaxed and comfortable sitting on that bike.